Look at 2022, and this is just a few years ago. I think that number is probably even lower now.
I think MAGA is desperate to keep their anti-Mamdani narrative alive. The entire right-wing media apparatus is dead set on proving their capital flight theory is correct. The only problem is they're using data from 4 years ago to blame Zohran for a non-issue. Meanwhile, what's actually happening in New York is Mamdani providing for the people in ways never thought possible.
New York City's latest milestone on the path to universal childcare, making our pre-K programs accessible and inclusive to all. I'm proud to announce that our administration is investing $67.5 million to expand our specialized education programs to students in pre-K. And I'm proud to do so alongside so many leaders across our city government, because making pre-K truly universal means that no family has to go without just because their child needs a little extra help. And it means that having an individualized education plan, or IEP, does not deny your child the same opportunities as their peers to get a strong start in life. Beginning this fall, we will expand our existing specialized education programs, NEST, Horizon, AIMS, PATH, and ACES, into pre-K for the very first time, so that students with autism and developmental delays can be served closer to home alongside their peers. And we will bring new preschool specialized education programs to families in every single borough at 26 schools across 14 districts.
Call me crazy, but I think spending money on helping special needs children get to school is kind of the whole point of a government. If you listened to the right-wing psychos, of which there are many in this country, they'll tell you that we should panic in the streets because there aren't enough profit-seeking troglodytes in New York City.
So look at the stats in New York. This is the millionaire exodus, they're calling it. Back in 2010, number of millionaires living in this city, 12.7%. Look at 2022, and this is just a few years ago. I think that number is probably even lower now. Only 8.7% are millionaires in our city now. A lot of people left during COVID, but a lot of people are leaving now because this guy was elected and he wants to tax people making $300,000 or more.
Yeah, and these are people that are making $1 million or more that this study found. And look, this mayor, the city council, the DA, they haven't made it better for the city. And as a result of this, I think there's really no incentive to stay in New York.
They act like having a city packed full of millionaire overlords should make us little peasants jump for joy. When monsters like the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, are avoiding New York City because of Zohran, that's a good thing. Conservatives haven't quite realized the connection between living under the thumb of big business and having a shitty life.
CNBC report just comes out. They listed the 10 worst states to live in for 2026. All the states on this list, okay, Trump won. Every state except Georgia in 2020. And the list included 4 of the top 10 states for business. How does that make any sense? Well, they had kind of a weird calculus there, but this is obviously a blatant effort to dismiss and denigrate more conservative states. But it's really nothing new.
When will they learn? I would say that they're close to getting it, but it's hard to get a person to understand what they're being paid not to understand. It's much easier for them to just resurrect the Red Scare while hoping that their moronic followers blame communism for what is clearly the fault of the capitalists in charge.
So look, we live in dangerous times. We're fighting communism on our own shores, and we're fighting evil terrorists and tyrants around the world. And we have to be able to protect our national security. So
every time MAGA Mike does that, he just ends up promoting democratic socialism. It's almost endearing to watch that Keebler elf try to make something sound spooky. I honestly hope that they keep platforming DSA members like this, because their fear-mongering tactics just get deflated in real time directly to their audience.
You have led Americans to believe that there's some effort to transform capitalism into socialism, to move from individualism to collectivism. Is that the goal?
So many people, even those who might not yet identify as a socialist or are scared of socialism as a concept, understand that what's happening in our economy now is not working for them. They can't afford their house. They can't afford childcare. They can't afford education.
But they're trying to get to the American dream, even if they're struggling. And socialism's platform is contrary to the American dream, to individual opportunity, is it not?
In many ways, I think we're trying to look back at what has worked in America's past, but also look at what has been successful in other countries.
Every time taxpayer dollars are spent on actually improving the lives of citizens, a right-winger has a temper tantrum over that money not going to Chevron or BlackRock. A major promise of Mamdani's campaign was providing childcare. Then he just went and did it. Imagine that. While parents recharge, run errands, enjoy a date night, or simply take time for themselves, children will spend the evening participated in supervised games, sports and fitness activities, arts and crafts, media education programs, and nature exploration with urban park rangers, all led by trained NYC park staff. MAGA was making this seem like Zohran was going to send babysitters into everyone's home, because immediately thinking of the most dangerous situation to put a child in is as far as the fox mind can go. They even cried over the amount that Zohran secured for the criminally underfunded special education system.
But I just want to, thank the mayor and the chancellor for this historic initiative. I mean, $67.5 million for early intervention. We've known the studies. We've known the record of what it means for students and for parents and for teachers to intervene at the earliest stage. And now we're actually putting it into action. And that means so much. I was speaking to the dean of the Steinhardt School, who said that this is indeed transformative. Absolutely. And so take it from the expert, as I will. And I'll also say that, as a parent of a child who has an IEP, another why, Mr. Mayor, why is it so damn hard to apply for an IEP, and for you to have more resources to help parents at the earliest stage get their child into that IEP support system is going to make the world a difference. So thank you again. I'm so honored to be here.
Yeah, that was what they were complaining about. It's difficult for conservatives to understand anything more than giving rich people even more money. But what makes a good economy isn't having more millionaires. It's a healthy and happy workforce. That is what we're fighting for as democratic socialists. Get involved with your local DSA chapter and subscribe to US Democratic Socialists. I'm Tony Hinderman, and I'll catch you next time.